Hey guys, how's it going? Today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Astrometica. The game currently, as of me recording this video, is not released, but it releases I think the 10th of December, and I had a look on the Steam page for the game. It looks like, according to the developer, the game is gonna cost between $20 to $30. So I don't have a price for the game currently. Normally, I would directly compare the recommendation based on the price. So if a game is bad, but it just costs like $5, then I might still recommend it. But if a game is bad and it costs $30, then I definitely won't recommend it. So the price definitely comes into my decision whether or not to recommend a game. So for today's purposes, even though I don't know exactly what the price is going to be, I'm going to work on a range of between $20 to $30. So anyway, the developer was nice enough to provide me with a key for the early access version of the game, which is currently not available. Currently, you can only play a demo on Steam, which is between 1 to 2 hours of content, according to the developer. But like I say, today we are playing the early access version, which will be releasing on the 10th of December, and we are today gonna be playing the game for an hour or more until I am satisfied that I can give you my opinion on the game and my recommendation. If you are in a hurry or if you have the attention span of a goldfish, then by all means skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp in the description below, and you can just skip to that timestamp if you only want to hear my quick, concise, final opinion on the game and whether or not I can recommend the game today. But otherwise, if you're not in a hurry, if you have a longer attention span, then by all means stay tuned. I will be playing through the game. I will be giving you my running commentary as I play through the game. I will be telling you what I think is good and bad about the game as I play through the game today. And as always, with basically all of my videos do contain swearing. So, depending on, on how bad the game is, it might contain a little bit of swearing or a lot of swearing. But if you don't like that kind of thing, probably end the video and probably unsubscribe as well, because quite honestly, I just swear sometimes. That's just something that you will have to deal with. So anyway, before we jump into the game, let's check out the options menu. The options menu actually is pretty good. I honestly don't have any complaints about the option menu. The game has functioning window modes like borderless, full screen, windowed mode, all of those good things. You can actually change the resolution, which is nice. I've played too many games in the past couple of months where they don't even allow you to change the resolution, which is absolutely disgusting. And yesterday, actually, I did a review on a game called Towers of Agarspa or something like that, which is a $30 game, and yet they don't even allow you to change the resolution or the frame rate. They don't allow you to change the frame rate either. So I don't know. Some developers are just really, really lazy, but fortunately, this developer has covered all of the bases from what I can see. One thing that I would like to see in more games is monitor selection. Monitor selection is actually something that is overlooked by a lot of developers, and it's a really useful quality of life feature. So there should be a thing over here which allows you to select your active monitor. So either monitor 1 or 2, or even if you have more than 2 monitors, monitor 3 or 4 or 5. So that's something that definitely the developer can think about adding. Otherwise than that, a good amount of graphics options. You can turn motion blur off completely, which is good. The game doesn't allow you to turn off depth of field, so I'm assuming that the game doesn't have depth of field. We will need to double check that when we are actually inside the game. Then music and all of the different toggles. The game does have a streamer mode, which I activated because I don't want to get copyright claims on my videos. I am of the opinion that you can make any music and you can make a game without any rights issues. I've said this before. If a game like Cyberpunk 2077 can have 95% of the music that is in that game be without copyright issues and rights issues and licensing issues, then any game can do it. I mean, I said it before, I personally, a couple of years ago, paid about, I think it was $250 for an artist on Fiverr to make me a song. And the artist made the song. You can hear it in the outro of some of my videos. And the artist made the song. I own 100% of the licensing and distribution rights on that song. So if you can make custom music tracks for your game or whatever for $250 without any rights issues, then honestly, adding music that does have rights issues to your game is just, firstly, laziness, and secondly, it's cheap. It's just cheap. It's just a developer trying to save money. Because I'm a schmuck in your mother's basement, and yet I am able to have someone make music, high quality music for me for $250, and I own that song outright. I own it completely outright. So yeah, my opinion on having a streamer mode in a game and having any copyrighted music in a game is that it's not acceptable, to be quite honest. Otherwise than that, there is rebindable keys with seemingly not just dual key bindings, but triple key bindings. You don't see that a lot. Let's see, is it actually triple key bindings? Wow, yeah, it is actually triple key bindings. That is actually very impressive, I have to say. I don't think I've ever seen a game that has triple key bindings. Usually, in some games, you will see dual key bindings, but this game has triple key bindings. That is actually very impressive. I don't think I've ever seen a game that has triple key bindings. So that's actually very impressive. And then lastly, accessibility. There is options for the text in the game. There's colorblind accessibility options as well. Mouse cursor color you can change and stuff like that. So yeah, really quite cool, to be honest. Really quite a impressive amount of settings, accessibility, triple key bindings, all of that stuff. It's really quite impressive from a very small development team. If we look at the credits menu, the game only has one developer, so literally one developer, and then it has a couple of artists, 3D artists, 2D artists, animation artists, those kinds of things. And then a programmer, which I'm assuming is for like maybe back end or stuff like that, or rigging. You also need to do rigging, like probably the animator will do rigging, the actual rigging of the animations. The programmer might help out with that kind of thing, but yeah, as far as development of the game, the actual development goes, there's only one developer, and then apart from that, there are different artists. Music, obviously, you need a sound engineer, UI designer, and those kinds of things. So it's a very small team, to be honest, and the actual game only has one developer that's actually developing the game, doing the programming of the game. So yeah, quite honestly, I'm very impressed by the options menu and the different settings and options that you have. There are AAA title games that don't have this amount of settings, so I'm actually impressed by that. But like I said, if the developer wants to go above and beyond, then they should add a monitor selection over here, and they should remove the copyrighted sound from the game or obtain all complete licenses and distribution licenses for all of the music in the game. Let's see. Survival mode is a story-driven experience where players must scavenge for resources and craft equipment, blah, blah, blah. Creative mode unlocks all research. Oh no, we're not going to do that. So we're going to do survival mode. That actually looks nice. Okay, WASD, sprint is shift, crouch is C, slow walk, speed stabilization is control, jump is space, X is switch to battery, tab is inventory, left click, right click, and middle mouse button is flashlight. Okay. Oh, the uh, uh, mouse sensitivity definitely needs to be increased. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay, so what should we do? Let me just turn the music or the audio up a little bit because I can't hear shit. Don't really care about the story, to be honest. Can't open this door. The game doesn't show you how to move stuff from one side to another side, so far the game doesn't really have a tutorial. So I'm assuming we need to go outside. Holy shit, okay. So my oxygen is going down. What do I actually need to do? I'm left clicking. I don't know what to do. I'm pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my keyboard. Nothing is happening. Tab. Nothing there. I don't have any tools or anything. So I don't know what am I actually supposed to do? I can't create anything over here. Electronic part, battery, iron, like I don't have any of that stuff. So how... See, this is the issue with not having a tutorial. Can I interact with stuff? Can I just collect stuff? Organic, okay. Okay, I'm not going to go all the way over there, obviously, not right now. Oh, okay, so you can collect some stuff just as is, basically. You just fly up to them and then click, and hopefully not shoot past them, because the game has momentum, so you need to control your momentum, basically. And we're running out of oxygen. I'm pretty sure we don't want to do that. So let's go inside again. So what do I need? I need a battery and I need electronic part. Battery, I need copper wire and coal. For that I need copper. So I need copper. So it looks like at the beginning of the game you just basically float around and collect whatever you can. It's a little bit strange that there's just like stuff floating everywhere. But I guess something exploded, perhaps. Maybe that would be a logical explanation. Even though these things aren't moving, so that wouldn't really make sense. If you think logically in space, if there's explosion, the objects would move and they would continue to move. They would continue to have momentum. So anything that's drifting in space will basically never be stationary like we are seeing here. All of these objects are stationary, which you really would not see in a realistic game. But I mean, I guess you can't make the game too realistic, you know? So we want mining tool is electronic part. And then we also want copper wire. And then data transformer, device used to transfer and store digital data, allowing players to access and use information at a later time. Okay, well, I don't know what that is, but we can make one. Sugar burger. So how do I use this? Can I equip it or something? No. Doesn't look like it, so I don't know what the data transformer does. So the game doesn't have sprinting. Like, I'm pressing shift, but the game doesn't have sprinting. So basically you just need to be very cautious in that around 30 seconds, if you spend around 30 seconds outside, you should basically return after 30 seconds, or you risk dying. Use scrapper. Okay, well, I don't have a scrapper. You see, like now, I'm probably not going to be able to make it back. I'm probably going to die. But I guess that will be our opportunity to find out what happens when you die, when you run out of oxygen.
Warning.
Probably nothing good happens. Oh, the screen started going dark. Okay, so that's what happens when you run out of stuff. Ah, bigger oxygen tank. Or does this simply give you oxygen? Is it wearable or not? I hope it's wearable. Scrapper. Battery. Coal. I don't have coal. I don't have coal. Okay, let's make a scrapper. So the game doesn't tell you how to equip anything. I mean, so far the game doesn't have a tutorial at all. So obviously that's not super good. Okay, consume. So you see there. Oh, I actually have those as well. Okay, so if you want to fill up your oxygen again, you can use these. And then thirst, consume. Okay. Okay, so now we have this thing. I'm not sure what it does. I guess maybe we should try to hit something. Oh. Does it work? Doesn't look like it does anything. No. Oh, it does do something. Okay. Can I pick these pieces up or what? Like that one over there. Come over. Oh, okay. No, it disappears. Okay, so I guess I broke it into pieces, which I guess was my last resort. So we won't try that again. I guess you do need a mining tool to mine the asteroids. But I can now open that box over there because the box said you need a scrapper, which I now do have. Come back here.
Warning.
I guess we're gonna see what happens when you die. Holy shit. Okay, so you drop everything on death. That's not fun. I'm not a fan of that in the slightest, I have to say. And the game doesn't give you an option to disable loot drop on death, obviously, so I'm not a fan of that at all. The game really should give you the option to not drop loot on death. But okay, at least now we know what happens. So we don't want that to happen again. So I don't think I found coal yet. We do need coal because a lot of different crafting recipes require coal. This movement is incredibly slow. Okay, let's see. Fabric, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't have coal yet. I can't make a battery at all. Ah, this is a good one. Let's do that one. In emergency mode, it can be used to mine asteroids. What's emergency mode? Okay, equip that one. Now we have 30 seconds more of oxygen. We can basically store all of the stuff except like maybe food and water and emergency oxygen. Even medkits, I mean, I don't think we really need medkits. We're not really ever gonna use medkits, to be completely honest. It doesn't seem like the game has health regeneration, which sucks. I would have liked it if the game had health regeneration. Okay, so now we have a little bit more oxygen. I'm looking for coal. I really want coal. Ah, this looks like coal. Ah, there we go. Okay, collect all of the coal that we possibly can. Bloody hell, come on. The fucking momentum that you have is really irritating. I mean, you should just get used to it, but it takes a while to learn to work out what the exact stabilization is, because as you press forward, you basically need to remember that in order to come to a halt, you need to press an equal amount of backwards. So it's like a fine balance between forwards and backwards. It's not too bad. It's not like I've played some space games where the forward backward movement and the momentum that you have to deal with is really brutal. In this game it's not really brutal at all. Okay, so now we should be able to build a jetpack, which will give us a lot more speed. We can also do a mining tool. Actually, I think that might be better. Okay, now we need copper. Yeah, now we need copper, don't we have? Yes, we do have. Oh, okay, so that's another thing. The game doesn't have crafting from storage. That is something that is very, very important. So, quite honestly, one thing that the developers really, really should add, because we were talking about different quality of life features earlier, is absolutely they should add crafting from storage, because crafting from storage is incredibly important. Okay, so now we've got a significant amount of stuff that will make our life easier. We've got a jetpack. We've got mining tool. Yeah, crafting from storage is incredibly important in most games. Okay, now we can actually mine quickly, hopefully. And we have a jetpack as well. Okay, what happens then? Did I get anything? Oh, I got 3. Only 3 from that entire asteroid, are you serious? And it takes so long. Okay, well, this one was quicker. Oh, it says there at the bottom left, 3, okay. Okay, I understand now. Another 3. Why does the copper asteroids take so much longer? Another 3. So it's nice, but honestly, I think you will probably collect resources faster if you just flew around collecting them by hand, you know? I wonder what this stuff is. That meteorite looks strange. Is it maybe the crystal quartz? Yeah, it's quartz. Oh, and the jetpack also recharges by its own. So you don't need to recharge it. Okay, so the last thing that the quest is telling us to craft is a backpack.
Warning.
For that we need silver. Where the hell are we gonna get silver? How do you recharge a battery? I'm assuming you can recharge batteries, but how do you do that? You have to be able to recharge batteries. Because like if you go like this and then like that, this one, how do you now charge this one? You see. So that's another thing that the tutorial doesn't cover. But okay, let's go over there again and see if we can get anything. We can get a bunch of ice. But what we actually want is silver. What's this? The fact that it takes like 30 seconds to mine a single resource is not very good. I'm not a fan of that. Now that was even more than 30 seconds, to be honest. Silver. Oh, we got silver. Okay, so that's how you get silver. So we need, I think, 4 more silver? Or no, I think 2. We only needed 2, correct? I think it was 2 that we needed. Why can't I pick that one up? Yeah, and then electronic part. I really don't like the fact that the game doesn't have crafting from storage. Okay, then otherwise than that, we have that. We don't have this one yet. Copper. Scanning tool helps unlock new blueprints by analyzing materials and can reveal the location of valuable items or asteroids. Okay. So how does it work? Oh, you left click. And then it basically scans the immediate area. Okay. Well, that's not very very useful, I've got to be honest. It's not super useful. So let's just collect a bit more resources in the area, and then I will go back, and then after that we can fly to that other location that says 500 meters away. Okay, now we can fly over there. Maximum speed. Just want to see if there's not any other chests or stuff around here. There's a building over there. But let's go over there first. I couldn't hear what was said at all. Let's turn the... Oh, there's no voice. I mean, we can turn all of these up. Okay, in here you also get oxygen at least. Scrapper. Garawal fruit. Okay. Okay, you can change the color for some reason. Oh, you need to right click. Well, the game didn't tell me that, so apparently you need to right click to scan some things. That's a very important mechanic. If it's gonna unlock new blueprints and stuff like that, then that's very, very important to tell the player. I like the fact that the stuff is immediately picked up. You don't need to pick up the stuff after the fact. So I like that at least. It uses battery to scan. But with this stuff, it doesn't pick up the stuff automatically, so I don't like that. When you break the trees, it gets picked up and the meteorites as well, but when you break the chests, the stuff isn't automatically picked up. gonna run out of battery very soon. I definitely can't read. That's like alien speak or something like that, because that over there, it's definitely not a letter. So that's alien speak, which we probably don't need to worry about. I don't care about these texts. If you guys want to, you can just pause the video if you want to read it. Okay, I'm out of battery. So if I don't have another battery right now, basically switch battery. So I'll just use that one. Ah, this is actually a battery charger. Speak of the devil. So, and then I'll just use the battery charger to charge the batteries. Because I was really hoping that there would be a way to recharge the batteries, because it would be really, really irritating if you couldn't recharge batteries. If you literally had to throw batteries away, that would be super irritating. Okay, so that's pretty much everything in this place. I think we unlocked a new storage unit, we unlocked this research thing and the battery charger. There's still a thing showing over here, which I don't know. Don't know what that is. And these letters on the screen doesn't mean anything, I don't think. I can't break this, can I? No. Okay, I guess that's that. I think we got everything pretty much. My thirst is getting a little bit low.
Warning.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff over there as well. We can head over there probably. Let me just get some more oxygen, because that other place might not have oxygen.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity.
There's a container over there as well. Okay, is that all basically? It looks like it. Let's go back over there because it's the quickest. This place is a little bit closer than the other place.
Warning.
Exiting zero gravity.
Holy shit, why does a light bulb take up a single place? Even the copper wire, like, why can't they stack? That's a little bit crazy. The fact that they can't even stack.
Entering zero gravity.
And then I want to see what's in that chest over there. Okay, well, it doesn't allow me to do anything. So I guess maybe you need something to interact with that. The movement in the game is quite slow, to be honest. Not a fan of the fact that it is so slow. The jetpack does help. Okay, so building. How do you build actually? Ah, builder tool. Okay. Okay. So what? Left click, right click. Okay, right click. Battery charger. Power capacity needed. Okay, how do you generate power? How do you generate power? Need usable power. How do you generate power? Power capacity needed. All of these require power. Even these normal ones require power. So I ask you once again, how do you get power? Even the storage requires power. The fabricator also requires power, which tells me this place has power. So, how do I see how much power this place has? Because that would be interesting to see. Like, if I just knew how to get power. So iron bar and electronic part. Why can't I build it? Oh. Okay, so apparently you can't build it inside this place. The game doesn't allow you to build anything in here, so that sucks. Okay, well... so that would probably indicate to me then that we need to relocate the base. So what we are gonna need is 4 of those. Okay, so we have enough for that. 3 copper bars. Another electronic part, I think. Oh no, wait, I have another one here. Do they stack? No, they don't stack. Holy shit, that's gonna take a lot of space. So these light bulbs, probably I don't need currently. Okay, that's pretty much all that I can carry currently. And then we will just have to come back here later. It's one of those things. So we could set up our base over there if we really wanted to. But let's see how far we can go. Can we save? Yes, we can save. Just in case I make a mistake. We can also actually go over there. There's a bunch of domes over there. I would rather go settle over there, probably. We also need to change our battery. But we will do that once we've built the recharger. And once we found out how to actually make
Gravity.
make power.
Entering 0 gravity.
Don't know what that is. I don't know if there will be oxygen in there. The problem right now is that I only have 90 seconds of oxygen, so if I want to do any exploration, then it has to be within 90 seconds, which means 45 seconds over there and 45 seconds back. So you basically only have 45 seconds of exploration that you can do, which really is not a lot.
Exiting 0 gravity.
Okay, so these ones are the same containers as what I encountered previously. I don't know how to open them. If you even can open them. So I don't know what this is. What are you supposed to do over here? I've got no idea.
Entering 0 gravity.
I hope this isn't like poisonous or something.
0 gravity.
What's this? Ah. A hook tool, okay. Oh yeah, inventory full, of course. What do we want to throw away? I mean, coal, we don't really need coal that much. Silver is very rare. More silver, nickel, which I haven't found yet. And then silver and nickel once again. What's this? Okay, well I obviously don't have the key card for this place. Okay, well there's a bunch of resources here that I could use, but I don't have the space for any of it. There's a lot of fungu over here. And then the other one was over in this direction. I wonder why this one shield over there is a different color. I'm curious to find that out. I'm also curious to find out if there's anything over here worth inspecting. So let's first go over there just to see.
Exiting 0.
Maybe there's something.
Entering 0 gravity.
Okay, well, I can't go in. There's a bunch of stuff inside there, so how do you get in there? Ah, okay, and this place doesn't have oxygen. So that's gonna be rough. What the hell is that? Okay, inventory full, obviously. Okay, and already I'm out of oxygen, so I need to go back. Yeah, so here you're gonna need a lot more oxygen to explore that place. But okay, there's definitely a lot of stuff in there. G regulator and stuff like that. Seems interesting.
Exiting 0.
But I obviously need inventory space. So I think we can go to that yellow place. I don't see why not.
Exiting 0. Gravity. Entering 0. Gravity.
It's pretty far, but we should be able to make it. The movement in the game right now is very slow, but if you guys remember, I did already scan a vehicle. There was a vehicle in that one very dark room that we scanned, but I obviously can't build it yet because I need a vehicle bay, I think. So there's definitely gonna be a faster way of traveling eventually. It's just right now, it's a pain in the nutsack. Yeah, this one is deceptively far. Wow, look at all of those resources. I'm probably gonna have to drink oxygen. There we go. Oh, there's stuff moving over there. Are they friendly? What are the chances of them being friendly?
Exiting 0. Gravity.
Habitat solar panel. Oh, that's something that I definitely want for power. Ah, that's cool. Now it just depends what you need to build it. Let's have a look. Glass. Oh, I can actually build it. Okay, so we have our power problem solved at least. That's good. That gives us a good reason for even coming over here. Now, once again, I'm not really going to be able to mine or loot very much over here because my inventory is already full. High capacity package. Who doesn't like a high capacity package? Holy shit. Okay, so apparently some of the things in the game explode. I don't know if all of these will explode, I'm not sure. Okay, apparently they do explode. Work in progress. Okay, so it says work in progress, so probably this will not be accessible, probably. Let's use one of these. Okay, so sulfur, we can take it. Okay, so that's probably it for this place. But I'm happy that we got a solar panel. Just want to make sure there's not anything else around here. So, the game doesn't have a map at all. So, basically now, you just have to kind of look around. Why am I... Oh, it's a jetpack. Oh, okay. I almost wanted to say, why am I swimming? Ah, there's an entrance over here.
Entering zero gravity.
Or not. No, not an entrance, apparently. Okay. So now we just basically need to have a look around if we see anything. There's a place over there, but it looks pretty far. But I mean, we could go over there. There's some green mist over there, which I'm assuming will not be good for your health. There's a place over there. I wish you could see the distance. If you could see the distance, you could maybe consider which place you want to go to, you know? I don't like this mist shit. The mist is irritating.
Gravity. Entering zero gravity.
Where's those other two ships? Was it those ones? I don't have any inventory in anyway, so... I mean, we can try to go over there, even though there's like a lot of green mist in between. Was it over there? Yeah, I'm not too sure that we will make that journey. Already with this journey that we did here, we had to use oxygen. So we're gonna have to use oxygen to get over there. Probably.
Exiting zero gravity.
Okay, so let's see. Let's just save in case. And then we can go.
Entering zero gravity.
There's another something over there as well. But let's head for this one. The traveling in this game is really a pain in the nutsack. It's just so slow and laborious. Yeah, this distance is definitely a lot longer than the other distance that we traveled. There's another ship above me. I don't know if you can do anything with the ships. This looks like sulfur, probably.
Warning. Warning.
I don't think I have any fluid currently. What the fuck is that over there?
Exiting zero gravity.
Ah, I do have a little bit of water. Okay, so I guess, I mean, we can build our place. I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter a huge amount where you build it. So we need Definitely a airlock. Oh no, we don't need an airlock. We just basically need... Or do we need an airlock? Why can't I build it? What, must you build it outside? Oh, that's stupid. You must build it outside, okay. Well, that's stupid in my opinion, but anyway. If that's the way they want it. And then, you see, now I need iron bar and a whole bunch of other shit, which I don't have and I can't create because I don't have a fabricator. So that leaves me up Shit's Creek, basically. So unless this place over here has a fabricator, a whole bunch of stuff. Not really anything that I can use though. I still don't know how to open these. Hydroponic planter. Well, I can't build anything because I don't have the steel plates required and I don't have the electronic parts required. And for that I don't have the glass required. So basically, long story short, is that I came over here for nothing, basically. So now I want to see how does the game's loading system work. Okay, so is this where I saved last? But the game doesn't allow you to go back before this one, so that's pretty irritating. Like, the game doesn't have multiple saves, it only has one save, so that's really irritating. So the game either auto-saves and then it'll take you back to auto-save, and that auto-save will have overwritten your manual save as well. So you will get your manual saves overwritten. Okay, yeah, you guys look, yeah, not good. Probably. What do you want? Go away. I don't have money, go away. So that's really shitty. A game must have multiple saves. Because, as I say, if I save and then autosave overwrites my save, I will be really pissed off, especially if I did something or I was experimenting with something and then all of a sudden now it's permanent, you know. Now my actions are permanent because I did save so that I could go back to that specific point in time, but my save was overwritten, you know. It's just really not good having only a single save. There is no world where having a single save is superior or preferable to having multiple saves. There's no world where that is ever gonna be a reasonable scenario. And I also feel that the jetpack is way too light. Like 2000 power, it should have way more than 2000 power. 2000 power is just able to give you like a 10-second boost and then it's over. And that 10-second boost is definitely not enough for hardly anything. So, like, for instance, right now, what I would have wanted to do is I would have wanted to perhaps load a previous save where I had the fabricator, because I didn't realize that there wouldn't be any fabricators here or over there. But now, like, I'm forced to just run all the way back because obviously my saves that I saved over there are now obviously gone. So yeah, the save system is an issue.
Zero gravity.
Like I already said, the traveling is really laborious. Like, if you think about a game like Subnautica, for instance, you could see this game as Subnautica, basically, except it's in space. You do space movement instead of water movement. And in Subnautica, constantly when you're moving in the water, there's constantly things to loot. And obviously, you're not just moving around, you're looting as well. In this game, there's never really things to loot. Like, your oxygen is so low that you're basically forced to make a beeline from the one place to the other place. Like, I want to go over there to see if there is a constructor over there. But if there's not a constructor over there, then it's like I just wasted a whole bunch of time going over here, only to find out, oh well, I'm fucked because there's no power and no constructor, and I need a constructor in order to build my base. So it might look, if there's no constructor over here, it might look as if we have to build our base over there because there's a constructor. But anyway, like I said, if you compare this game to Subnautica, it's basically Subnautica except you're moving in space. But the issue is that you're moving in space, and right now there's nothing I can loot. There's nothing that I can loot at all. Whereas in Subnautica, there's pretty much constantly stuff around you that you can loot and collect and stuff like that. So that's just really inferior if you compare it to Subnautica. Can we actually go in here? Yes, we can. Water. Food. Okay, we can eat the food. We can drink the water in just a second. Use it at the research to unlock new blueprints. Okay. That's very similar to Planet Crafter. Planet Crafter has these exact things. I don't have batteries to scan that. Laser tool. I don't have batteries to do any of these, and my issue is I can't build. For instance, I want to build the battery charger, but the game doesn't allow you to build the battery charger inside a building like this. I'm assuming that the game will only allow you to build the battery charger inside a building that you actually own. So you can't build it anywhere else, which is a little bit irritating. Okay, that door is closed. What the fuck is this? Habitat colorize. Another blueprint box. What's that? Backpack tier 2. Oxygen tank. Oxygen tank. Actually, I have enough of that. Let's take the copper bars. Why can't I? Bloody hell. What a pain in the nutsack. Oh, that battery only has 22. Well, 22 is better than nothing because this other one currently doesn't have any battery. Why wouldn't that one go over there? That doesn't make any sense. Look at that. Why do I need to do that? Why doesn't it stack on top of the other one? That is so idiotic. Will I be able to scan this one? Oh, that's gonna take a lot of power. So remove that one, take this one. Don't know what the laser tool does, but anyway. So we basically need to get out of here and start building a base. That's basically what we need to do right now. We can save again because I'm pretty happy with all of the stuff that we picked up over here. And then we just basically need to find once again a assembler. We need to find an assembler somewhere. There's a place over there, but I don't know where to go really. Let's see what's over here. The exploration in this game is really haphazard, to be honest. It's just very open-ended. It is so open-ended that it's an issue, actually. Need keycard. Deconstruct. So we obviously don't want to deconstruct it. So where's the keycard? Ah. Okay, well I need to run back over there quickly.
Warning.
What the hell is this? Big Habitat battery power cell charger. Okay, so you get blue crystal from these. And then apparently the blue crystal you can use for big battery. How is my inventory full? You see, like, there was an autosave just now, so that autosave overwrote my other save, which is nicht good. You don't want to ever overwrite the player's saves. Android minor fragment. Oh, that's gonna take a lot of power. I don't have enough power for that. I need to get batteries first. Glass is useful. I do need glass for the solar panels, for instance. Vehicle module fabrication, that's the second part to that other one. So you will be able to build a vehicle eventually. Okay, we have the hull key. We really don't have much more space right now, so we will come back here later. Can we go through there or not? How do we get out of here? Don't tell me we have to run literally all the way back, because that would suck. Unfortunately, it looks like it. We have to run all the way back, which is not fun. A little bit of water, but I don't have space. The water will be more useful than the ice, to be honest. Oh, you can eat these ones. I didn't even see that. Now let's take the water. Just so that I don't risk running out again. Okay, can't open that door. I don't know if this will shock me. Ouch. Apparently it does. There's more work in progress stuff over here. I guess I can crawl through there. First time in the entire game that I've had to crawl. I already have a jetpack. Thank you very much. more blue crystals. What do I want to throw away? I mean, the food is really not super useful. It's very plentiful. What the hell is celestite? Oh shit. Ah, a couple of power cells. What's a power cell used for? What's the difference between a power cell and a battery? Because these ones use batteries. So what's the difference? Powering structures and vehicles. Okay, well, we will keep that. And there's these vehicles, but I can't take them. I can't interact with them. It would be nice if I could take them. Okay, so was that basically? Oh, jetpack tier 3. So what's this thing? Is it the bed? Oh yes, it's the bed. I don't want to scan the bed, thank you very much. Okay, so I can't go into any of these. Okay, so that's pretty much that. I will come back here when I have more inventory space. But okay, I guess since I've done so much bloody exploration and not found a single place with a assembler, whatever, constructor, whatever that other thing was called, that perhaps the developer just didn't include any of them anywhere else in the game, maybe? Maybe that is literally the only one in the game. which in my opinion is bad game design, but okay, we will just go back to the beginning then and build our base over there then. If there's no alternative, then that's what we will do.
Warning.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just start to build the base. So, electronic part. Iron and copper wire. Copper and iron. Yeah, I have two high level stuff right now. Like I've got all of the high level shit and none of the low level shit. So I need to collect a little bit of low level shit. So iron and copper basically. Okay, so you start with the airlock. Then we need another electronic part. So for the solar I need 2 copper, 3 iron.
Warning.
Then I need copper wire. I don't have power for this thing, so I'm gonna have to mine manually. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not enough power. What, do I need to build a battery, or what's the issue? Battery charger. So I don't see a way to increase the power capacity. How is the solar panel on the roof not enough? I've got nothing running in here except this thing. So I don't understand. How do you see the power of your building? This one says increase power capacity. But I can't build it, obviously, because it requires advanced chipset, which I definitely don't have. So that's a big habitat battery. Where's the small habitat battery? Am I missing something? Because this place doesn't even have a habitat battery. Like, I didn't see a habitat battery here anywhere. So it doesn't make sense. Can I disassemble this one? Yes, I can. But then this thing won't have power, because that one right now doesn't have power. This one has power. The other one doesn't have power. But the problem is I can't build the battery charger in here because it doesn't allow me to do that. Build habitat corridor. Why do I have to build a habitat corridor? I don't want to build a habitat corridor. I mean, you're telling me to do it, but I don't want to. That arrow is pointing in the wrong direction. Oh, there I unlocked small habitat battery. Why the fuck? How does that make any sense? That's really stupid. Why do you first have to build crap like that before unlocking stuff that is obviously really, really, really important? Because you literally cannot bring your building up and running until you have a habitat battery, either the small one or the large one. So again, that's really stupid game design. So silver and then 2 electronic parts. So I'm gonna need more copper and iron. And then I have 1 silver, which is enough. Then I need copper and iron. I don't have any. That's a really shitty game design. Because I'm the type of person who would never have built a corridor. I will build one building and another building and another building and another building. Like, I don't like corridors. It's unnecessary because you can't build shit inside a corridor. So I won't ever build a corridor. Okay, 2 electronic parts. And I need a lot more iron. Don't really see iron anywhere. I'm picking up a lot of coal, but no iron. Holy shit. You can actually hurt yourself by bumping into stuff. Okay, I need one more iron. Come on, how can iron be so hilariously rare? Seriously. Don't see iron anywhere. At the top or the bottom of corridors. Okay, finally we have power. So finally we should be able to take out all of our shitty batteries, like this one. And this one. Take that. Build solar corridor panel. copper wire and electronic parts. Holy crap, it takes a long time for them to charge. Holy schmoly. Look at that, and then I unlock a whole bunch of other shit as well. That's not good game design. I completely understand discovering new blueprints, like through basically the same system as Planet Crafter uses, and actually the same system as what this game uses, since we already found one or two blueprint containers, but this shit is not good. Okay, so it shows you the power, and that's it. Okay. So these are charging. They're charging very slow. It takes like probably 3 or 4 or 5 minutes just to charge them. But anyway. So next up, okay, now we don't have a quest anymore. There's no more quests. So I guess now we can just do what we want. I do want an upgrade station, but that requires gold. I don't believe I have a lot of gold. I think I have 1 gold. Oh, I actually have a couple of gold. Okay, that's good. And then iron bar, and then data transformer. happened to my silver? Didn't I have 2 silver just literally just now? Apparently I'm fucking delusional because I didn't see that I didn't have the silver. Okay. So we can move the fabricator. I think. Can't destroy. Okay, apparently we can't. The game gives you the option to destroy it, but apparently you can't destroy it. Which makes a lot of sense. Okay, so what? Well, we want silver. Then nickel. It's not a lot of exciting things to build, to be honest. At least not at the beginning. Maybe later on, but right now it's very mediocre selection of stuff to build. Oh, and we can maybe upgrade. Oh no, we can't upgrade our jetpack. We do that at the upgrade center. The hook tool. 8 sulfur. And then for that we need nickel. Do we have 8 sulfur? Yes, we do have 8 sulfur. Okay, so now this thing freaks out for some reason. Now we have 100% battery on everything. That's nice. And we have a spare battery over there. So we can basically go out again. We are basically in the same position as what we were, except now we have more batteries at least. So it's still not a fantastic position, you know, like basically I thought that we would be able to build like all of the tool upgrade things and whatever, but for that we need was it silver, I think? These ones have respawned, I see. So the resources respawn apparently, which is interesting. Even the containers respawn. That's something you don't usually see. Like resources might respawn, but usually the containers won't respawn, you know? Because if you get some very, very good containers, you know, that like contain whatever sulfur or blue crystals or something very valuable, then you can just basically AFK until the resources have respawned, you know. If you are the type of player who plays like that. So yeah, it's just interesting that the resources respawn. But I mean, honestly, guys, I think I can pretty much give my opinion on the game. I mean, I've played 2.5 hours of the game. I can already see what the game is like. I can see how this game is basically Subnautica. It's very, very similar to Subnautica. And the only real difference is that it seems that there isn't combat in this game, whereas in Subnautica, obviously, there is combat. And then it's in space, it's not in water. But otherwise, it's basically the same game. You could even compare this game a little bit to Planet Crafter, which I have played probably over 100 hours of. I know I've done multiple streams of Planet Crafter on my channel as well. And really just, it's like Planet Crafter, except you're not doing any planet crafting. You're not doing any terraforming. Really, all you're doing is you're exploring. So it's like Subnautica or Planet Crafter, except there's no terraforming. I actually want to go over there. And yeah, there's no combat from what I can see. Like you do take damage sometimes from explosions and bumping your head into a fucking airlock. What the hell? But otherwise than that, you don't have... Yeah, there's no combat in the game or anything like that. Like I said at the beginning, if the developer is going to charge $20 to $30, according to the developer, price of a game will be $20 to $30. That's not bad. That's fine. I think out of a game like this, you will absolutely be able to get many dozens hours of gameplay out of the game. And you see, like there, I just picked this up and then I got the research station blueprint. That's not logical. So you will be able to get a lot of... Where is it now? Oh, it went straight into my inventory. You'll be able to get a lot of gameplay out of the game. I think you probably will be able to play this game as much as you can play a game like Subnautica or Planet Crafter or anything like that, honestly. And those games, like, I have put in a lot of time in those games. Like, yeah, this thing takes too much bloody battery. Just for silver, even though silver is very rare. In Planet Crafter, I would have to look at my Steam, but I definitely have over 100 hours of gameplay. In Subnautica as well over 100 hours of gameplay. So you will definitely be able to get a lot of gameplay out of this game. And that just really leaves the question of whether or not you should invest like 100 hours. Just because you can play whatever Fallout 76 for 1,000 hours doesn't mean you should play Fallout 76 for 1,000 hours, you know? So, like, honestly, is the game fun? Um, I think the game can be fun. I definitely think, like, at the beginning of the game so far, in the past 2 hours, a lot of it has involved struggling and not knowing what to do, confusion, all of those kinds of things that are not enjoyable. And that comes down to the fact that the game doesn't have a tutorial. It's not good that the game doesn't have a tutorial. I mean, how fucking difficult is it to just add a tutorial to the game, you know? So the game definitely needs a tutorial, and that will already alleviate a lot of the tedium and frustration that a new player will feel in the game. I also think there's certain things that can be improved gameplay wise, such as when you mine something, the resources go directly into your bag, but when you hit a container, the resources drop on the ground, and then you have to pick up the resources. So I just think that the resources should go into your inventory when you break open a container, exactly the same as what it goes into your inventory when you are mining, when you're mining an asteroid or a resource vein or anything like that. Or at the very minimum, the developer should give the player the option. This gate doesn't want to open for some reason. The developer should give the player the option to customize it, you know, to select whether or not the player wants the resources to go directly into their inventory, you know, because I'm personally a player who would want the resources to immediately go into my inventory, but perhaps someone else wouldn't like that, you know. So the developer can just add a toggle to the start of the game, or maybe in the settings menu, anything like that, that gives the player the option to choose whether or not they want resources to go directly into their inventory. And then while we are on the subject of choosing, I am personally not a fan of survival mechanics, even though Subnautica has survival mechanics and Planet Crafter has survival mechanics, and I really like both of those games. So, like, it just depends how difficult is the mechanics, how much of a pain in the nutsack is the survival mechanics, you know. So if there's like in this game there's health, which could be considered a survival mechanic, there is thirst, there's hunger, and there's oxygen. So quite frankly, that's a lot of survival mechanics that you need to deal with. And yeah, like, as someone who's not a fan of survival mechanics, that's too much. It makes the game too much of a stressful type game. Like, I don't mind a game if a game is meant to be stressful, but games like this and Planet Crafter and maybe even Subnautica isn't meant to be stressful, you know? It, in my opinion, is meant to like be an exploration game, walk around, collect stuff, build stuff, you know, character progression, all of those kinds of things. It's not meant to be fucking alien isolation or anything like that, you know? If you want stress, go play Alien Isolation, you know? But if you want just a nice exploration, crafting, building type game, I don't know what the fuck this is. Use laser tool. Well, I don't have the laser tool, unfortunately. Then you will play a game like Subnautica or even maybe Tectonica. What's the other game? Satisfactory. Um, any of those types of games. Another one that I really like is Survival Fountain of Youth. That's a very, very nice survival crafting building type game, which I really, really like, which basically you're dumped on a island similar to Subnautica almost, and then you have to fend for yourself, basically. So, like, these types of games, in my opinion, shouldn't have a huge amount of survival mechanics to deal with. Like, obviously, Subnautica has the oxygen, and it also has hunger. And, like, it's not really difficult to deal with. In this game, it definitely is difficult to deal with because at the beginning of the game, you only have like 60 seconds of survivability. So you can never really go any further than 30 seconds from your building, from your original building. And in Subnautica, you can just surface. You know, obviously the entire place is filled with water. I'm sure most of you have played Subnautica, so I won't have to explain too much. But you can go underwater, and you can just surface anytime you want to. You can just go to the surface, and your oxygen goes up again. In this game, it's not like that. In this game, it is far more deadly, and you will die if you go more than 30 seconds from your base location if you don't find oxygen again somewhere, you know, like another base or another force field or anything like that. So this game's survival mechanics are far more brutal and far more of an inconvenience than in a game like Subnautica, for instance. Even in a game like Planet Crafter, which also has an oxygen mechanic, in Planet Crafter, it's much more than 60 seconds that you get oxygen at the beginning, and eventually the oxygen starts draining less and less and less because you are terraforming the planet. So it becomes a non-issue eventually, basically, as the level of oxygen on the planet goes up and down. I ran past here and my scrapper told me that there's something, but I don't know what. I don't see anything to actually hit. So I don't know what it's pointing to. So anyway, at the end of the day, the game is like Subnautica or Planet Crafter, those types of games, but the survival mechanics are pretty bloody brutal. And me, as a player who doesn't like those types of mechanics, I just want to turn them off. Honestly, I would just turn them off. And a lot of these games do allow you to do that, and unfortunately, this game does not allow you to do that. So that is something that you should take into consideration. I would say that obviously it's possible that in the future the developer makes that an option, but as always, I have to basically evaluate the game based on what it is right now and based on what it offers right now. And right now, the game is brutal as far as um, the survival mechanics go. So right now, there's no option to turn off the survival mechanics or anything like that. So, I just have to evaluate the game based on what it is currently. I also think that the inventory is a little bit small, especially with the fact that many things in the game do not stack. Like the light bulbs don't stack, copper wire doesn't stack, these things don't stack, these things don't stack. There's a lot of stuff in the game that doesn't stack. And the stacks only go to 5. So it's really quite brutal. The inventory management is a pretty big inconvenience. Like I don't mind really obviously having a small-ish inventory, but the inventory shouldn't be so small as to really be a constant irritation. Like you shouldn't have to constantly open your inventory to do inventory management, At that point, it's no longer fun in the slightest, So, yeah, unfortunately in this game, that is the case, in my opinion. The game is really, it really makes the inventory management a little bit of a pain because every now and then you have to open your inventory. So anytime you have your inventory open, that's basically time that you're not playing the game, that you're not actively playing the game because you're staring at the screen over here. So that's not enjoyable, in my opinion. So I think the inventory should be increased slightly. Like just maybe 7 extra spaces at the beginning of the game will make a very big improvement because that would be increasing the starting inventory by 33%, which I think would be good. Like even now, my inventory is now full, and now I have to go back to base to empty the inventory. So, like, you can't even go out for like 10 minutes. I don't think even we've been out for 10 minutes now, and already I have to go back to the base to go store my stuff. So, really, the inventory is quite small. It really is quite a bit too small, in my opinion. That's what she said. So, yeah, like honestly, at the end of the day, it's a cool game. Like, I honestly, if the game is $20, I can absolutely recommend the game for $20. If the game is $30, then you're coming closer to the price of Subnautica and those types of games, and this game is not better than Subnautica. That much is certain. So I don't even think it's better than Planet Crafter right now. So it's possible that eventually it might be better than Planet Crafter, might even be better than Subnautica, but not right now. So you just basically have to ask yourself the question, have you played Subnautica? Have you played Planet Crafter? You could even maybe look at something like Satisfactory or Tectonica. All of those are kind of similar games. And yeah, if you haven't played those types of games, then perhaps first check out those games, because those games, pretty much all of those games, are better than this game, in my opinion. Now I need to drink some, oh shit, need to drink some oxygen, or sniff some oxygen, however it works. All of those games are better than this game, in my opinion. But I can still recommend the game. For $20, I can definitely recommend the game. For $30, you really have to ask yourself the question if you have played Subnautica and all of the other games, because all of those other games are worth more than this game if you're going to be taking out $30 out of your pocket. You know, they're simply better games for $30. You know, if you're going to be spending $30, you are going to be getting a better game if you purchase Subnautica or Planet Crafter or anything like that than if you purchase a game like this. You know, this game will not give you the enjoyment that Subnautica or Planet Crafter can give you. A resin canister. I don't have a resin canister yet, I don't think. No, and I can't create a resin canister yet, from what I can see. Oh, I can. Iron bar. Oh, I can actually do that. Okay, so let's quickly see. I'm curious to see what this thing is. What this engineering suit is. So let's see before I end what it does. Chipset. Can I create a chipset? Yes, I can. And then fabric. I do have fabric. I also don't like the fact that there's not crafting from storage. The game should have crafting from storage. That is a very big, very useful thing in games like Subnautica and Planet Crafter and those types of games. It is extremely useful to have crafting from storage. Durable, practical suit designed for tough environments, providing extra comfort and a boost to your overall health. Okay, so it just basically gives you a boost to your health, which really isn't that useful, to be honest. But yeah, guys, honestly, like I say, overall, I can recommend the game. $20, absolutely. $30. It's still a game that I think will get you a lot of playtime, even at $30. But you're gonna have to look at something like Subnautica. If you've already played Subnautica, if you've already played Planet Crafter, maybe even something like Tectonica, maybe even something like Astroneer, even though Astroneer is third person instead of first person. But if you've played all of those games, then you can buy this game for $30. Otherwise, I would rather play those other games that I've mentioned, because they will simply give you more enjoyment and more playtime at the end of the day. Because for me, I'm someone who really values the amount of playtime that I can get out of a game. I will pay $100 for a game if it can give me 1,000 hours of enjoyment or playtime. But I will never pay $100 for a game that doesn't even give me like 20 hours of playtime. Like, a game must give me at least, I would say, 30 or 40 hours of playtime if I'm going to be playing, if I'm going to be paying $100 or so, you know. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much my opinion. I will actually check out the game again, maybe in a couple of months or a year or so. I did the same with Planet Crafter as well. When Planet Crafter was going through the early access development period, I played that game every now and then. Every couple of months, I would play the game, and it was just a really, really enjoyable game, even in early access, as they added more content. And this game could definitely be the same. But yeah, time will tell. But as I say, I always review a game based on what it is currently, not on what it will be in the future. And based on what it is currently, I can recommend this game for $20 or $30. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. The developers were nice enough to provide me with a key, so thanks to them. But in the instances where I do not receive a key for a game, I rely on you guys to support me on patreon.com/LFP. Your support directly allows me to purchase more games and do more reviews for you guys. So even if there's a specific game that you want me to review, just message me, tell me that you are a Patreon supporter, and tell me the game that you want me to review, and I will certainly put that on the log of games that I need to review. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.